fellow Toastmasters. The objective of the third speech is to inform my audience. Today, I am choosing to inform you all about a disease that has a lot of impact in my life. And the disease is called multiple sclerosis, or MS for short. Now, MS is an autoimmune disease that affects the central nervous system. I want you to think of the central nervous system as a series of wires that connects the brain to the different parts of your body. These wires, or nerves, take the signals from your brain to the different parts of your body, control the movement of your fingers, the walking of your feet, the seeing with your eyes. Now, wires are covered with a rubber coating. The rubber coating keeps the signals traveling along the wire efficiently. In a likewise manner, nerves in the body are covered with myelin sheath. And that myelin sheath acts in the same way. It keeps the signals moving along the nerves in a consistent and efficient manner. Now, in MS, the body thinks that myelin sheath is a foreign body. So the immune system actually attacks that myelin sheath. And over time, as that myelin sheath is attacked, the nerve becomes exposed. And as the nerve becomes exposed, you can figure out that the signal along the nerve starts to move along less efficiently. So when your brain tells the signal down to move your fingers, that might not work so well eventually. Now, the symptoms of MS can vary because each attack can be different. The attacks can be anywhere along the central nervous system, and attacks can last for days or weeks or months. And periodically, over time, these attacks become stronger, they become more frequent, the time between them becomes less, and the healing between the attacks also becomes less. There's no known cure for MS at this time, and there are a couple of theories as to what causes MS. Some people think it's a gene defect, some people think it's a virus, and some people think it's just environmental factors. But right now, we just don't know. So, what's the big deal? There's tons of diseases out there. What's the big deal with MS? Well, studies show that MS is actually the most costly neurological disease in Canada right now. So why is that? There are two major contributors to this. The first is the early onset of the disease. Usually, a person is diagnosed with MS between the ages of 15 and 40. That's pretty early on as somebody is starting their career. It's really the first decades of their working life. And MS is the most common neurological disease affecting young people in Canada. The second major contributor is the long duration of the disease. MS is chronic, it lasts a lifetime, but it is not fatal. So an MS patient really actually has a very normal life expectancy. So we have these two major contributors to the socioeconomic impact MS has in Canada. But what kind of costs are we looking at? There are two types, direct costs and indirect costs. Direct costs are those associated with the health care. We're talking about having to pay for drugs, having to pay for assist devices such as a cane or a wheelchair, or having to pay for retrofitting your home to accommodate for these needs. And then there are indirect costs. The major indirect cost is the loss of income. When MS starts to take its toll on a patient, you start to experience fatigue, there's spasticity, there's pain, and there's loss of motor control. And eventually, a lot of MS patients simply cannot work anymore, and that results in a loss of income. Studies show that 50% of patients with MS will be unable to work within 10 years of their diagnosis. So let's put some of this information together. It's not unfeasible to have a young person who has just finished school, is starting off their career at, say, 30 years of age, is diagnosed with MS. Within 10 years, it's very likely that they can no longer work. That's forced retirement at age 40. 40. Most Canadians cannot afford to retire at 65. And an MS patient may have to retire at 40. And let's not forget those direct costs. This person still has to pay for their drugs. They still have to pay for their assist devices. They may actually have to pay one day to retrofit their home. So you can see how MS actually has quite a toll, a socioeconomic toll on our society. So what can be done? Well, employers need to be more accommodating. They need to be more flexible so that a person with MS can work for longer periods of time. And the government needs to institute policies, make some of this healthcare a little more accessible. And of course, we need research. We need money. We need money to find a cure for this awful disease. And what about you? What can you do to help mitigate the socioeconomic impact of MS? Well, you can get involved. The MS Society of Ottawa holds a number of events throughout the year for awareness and fundraising. I urge each of you to try to get involved and participate next time one of these events is coming up. Now, the next major event actually is the Walk for MS, which is on April 28th. I urge each one of you to think about getting involved, get your family together, raise some funds, volunteer, or even offer to take a poster and put it up in your workplace and spread the word. I hope that each one of you now has a slightly better understanding of what MS is, how it takes its toll, not only on the patient, but also on our society. And I urge each one of you to try to get involved